we're getting down to our last few scriptures. Ow. Alright, so I'm going to be reading Luke chapter 18, verses 31 to 34. Getting down, that's the last one in Luke where he predicts his death. As it says, Jesus foretells his death third time. So. Alright. I'm excited to get to the end of this. I'm very excited. Alright. Whew. My headband is giving me a headache. Alright, here we go. Alright. This is, what is it? It's Monday, right? It's Monday the 7th. Yeah. 2 weeks left to go. So it's exciting. I honestly think our longest chapter will be Matthew 22 through 28. Before I read them, I'm just reviewing some things, going over some things. And then Daniel. 22nd. So the I'm actually going to review that a little bit more because I feel like there's a little too much than just, you know. So we might do 26 to yeah, we might do 26 to in Matthew, 26 to 28. 26. Yeah, that makes better. That makes sense. That makes much more sense. Yeah, that works better. Alright. Let's read. This is a short one. And taking the 12, he said to them, "See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and everything that is written about the Son of Man by the prophets will be accomplished. For he will be delivered over to the Gentiles, and he will be mocked and shamefully treated and spit upon. And after flogging him, they will kill him. And on the third day he will rise." But they understood none of these things. The saying was hidden from them, and they did not grasp what was said. So again, for the third time, Jesus mentions this three times. And not only does he say, "I'm going to die in 3 days," or "I'm going to die, not in 3 days, I'm going to die." He tells them how it's going to happen, that he's going to be delivered to Gentiles. He's going to be spit upon. He's going to be mocked. All these things are going to happen. He tells them to prepare for this, and they choose not to hear. They choose to ignore, because I'm going to be honest with you too. I'm going to be honest. To imagine a life without Jesus, if I was a disciple, I don't think I could. I don't think that would be quite possible. So, I think it was mainly that they were choosing to ignore. understand. Obviously, it's hard to understand that someone that is with you and has helped you through hardships is not going to be here. But that's what his whole purpose of why he came to help us was that. So, excuse me, I've got hay in my shirt. It's the fact that he tells them 3 times and they still don't understand, even on the 3rd. And Jesus gives more descriptive on the 3rd. He tells them not only the place that they're going to go and it's going to happen, he tells them how it's going to happen, and that it's going to happen on the 3rd day that he's going to rise from the dead. This is tough sometimes to understand why Jesus does things and how things come to be. It's really tough. Why? It's really tough. Sometimes we don't want to think that he's putting us through something hard sometimes. Because God even put his son through a hard time. But sometimes we have to go through the hard to get to the good. Just like God, or just like Jesus, he had his disciples in that storm one day. They were in the storm, and Peter said he would step out into the water. In that instant that he looked away, the moment he was distracted, the moment he took his eyes off Jesus in that storm, that's when things went sour. In the foretelling, Jesus is telling them, these things are going to happen, but I'm going to tell you on the 3rd day, it's going to be okay. That's what he's telling them. It's a rough lesson to learn. And I feel like as a child, I didn't quite comprehend it to that extent, but now as an adult, I do. And I feel like still now it's still too much to comprehend. Still. But it's a tough lesson to learn. Alright. We're gonna go through what is tomorrow. I think tomorrow's Mark. My handy dandy calendar. Oh my gosh, I'm dyslexic. Yeah, Mark chapter 8 verses 31 through 33. Not much different than this. Going through Mark. Mark is much shorter. A reminder. Reminders. The 17th. I haven't chosen the time. I will be sure to put up a time. The 17th is my face reveal and the challenge of where you walk the same mileage as Jesus, which is half a mile, the day he went to the cross. We'll be walking a half mile with my good friend Boone, who has joined me on some streams. I'm sure you've seen her clip of where she goes over the verse of the day. Excuse me. We'll be doing the same mileage as Jesus did to end Lent on a great note. And if you want to do it as well while I'm on live stream, I would love that. That would be epic. I would love for you to type in the chat, I'm doing half a mile with you. Awesome. If you just want to watch, heck yeah, join us. Now Boone's a little more experienced than me because she runs, but I'm excited to do this. If you want to do it with weight, do it with weight. If you don't, completely understand. I might not be doing it with weight. I've got a bad back at the moment. But, yeah, that's coming up. And I'd love for each and every one of you to get out and do that. But don't push yourself. We already had someone do that huge push for us. I would just like to know the experience that he went through and the weight experience. I don't think I could ever understand the experience that he went through. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it there tonight. So, Cherry, my dear friends, God bless to all of you, and keep pushing. We're almost done with Lent. We got 2 more weeks left. We're almost halfway through this one. We're almost to the end. Alright, Cherry, my dear friends, holy crap. Cherry, my dear friends, and God bless each and every one of you.